and welcome to Irena Hentea's Kitchen. I am so glad you're able to join me today. I am coming here from Acton, Massachusetts, and I want to show you some simple things to make today that you can bring along to a party or a potluck, and it's so easy to put together and it's also delicious. So I have in my hand here, I had just taken out of the oven 2 pita breads. You can have a few more, but it's going to be easier for me to just show you 2 on a plate here, but you can set up a whole tray of them. So I put it in the oven for about 10 minutes to warm it up. I have pita breads. These ones are thicker than you normally see, but any of them will do. These are pitas from Clover. Clover is a restaurant in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Here's a little thing. I love it. They have a lot of vegan, actually maybe all of their items are vegan, but it's definitely vegan, vegetarian. They don't serve meat, and they have absolutely excellent things. They also sell their stuff in Whole Foods in Westford and Whole Foods in Sudbury. And I have some hummus from them. This is hummus. I think they make my favorite hummus, and I really love the way they make it. And this has olive oil on it and za'atar. So I'm going to show you how easy this is going to be to put up. So you're going to take a spoon and use this as a base. And I like to just spoon it like this. It's ideal if you have this at room temperature for a little while, maybe half an hour. So again, I do this and I do the same thing on the other one. And again, you can make this for a big crowd and just have a lot more pitas going. So there we go, we have that. So again, it comes in a package. There were 5 of them. I'm using only 2 for showing you how to do this. Now, I'm going to show you 2 things. I have a cucumber in here. This is an English cucumber. I primarily peeled it, but I want to show you one thing, important thing. When you peel it, make sure you peel enough of it so you don't have it. If you peel just, for instance, just a very tiny bit like this, you're leaving some, and depending on the season, like right now we're in the spring, I think it's just better if you just remove most of that. So I have a cucumber here, and I'm going to chop it, not anything big. All right, I'm just cutting it in sort of medallions, and then I'm gonna cut through like this. And then you just add them in, and that's kind of bite size. All right, so I'm gonna do that for both. And then I have a tomato. I'm gonna cut up a little bit of tomato on that. And it's just such a wonderful, wonderful dish that is filling, but at the same time really light as well. When I cut the tomato, I always cut the little portion over here. It's sometimes woody, so I recommend that. And then for this right here, I'm actually going to, instead of doing them as slices, I am actually going to do them a little smaller, but not super small. All right, so here we are. On the tomatoes, I do recommend adding a little bit of salt. I do love the Maldon salt. So there we go. And then if you'd like to, you can add a little bit of lime. And I have an organic lime here. I am going to add a little bit of juice, not much. And then the other thing you can do is you can do a little bit of zest. And that, believe it or not, even though it's just a little bit, adds a tremendous amount of flavor to it. So here we are, just adding the tomatoes. I'm gonna keep one like this, and the other one is just the cucumber and a little bit of salmon. So I have some wild sockeye smoked salmon, and always use it fresh. I try not to buy a big container, just use what you need. It's better to just use it all at once. I like to just kind of roll it a little bit and then add it like this. You can do one per. Now, if you'd like to, you can serve it just like that. The other option is you can also cut it in half. So for instance, if I have this right here and I have it placed kind of nicely that way, I can just cut it right across. Just be careful, but it can easily be done. And then just fix it a tiny bit. There we go. So there you have it. It's easy to put together. It's easy to take to a picnic. It's easy for a summer event, spring event. So if you'd like to, you can also add a little bit of olive oil. I would skip the olive oil on the salmon because the salmon already is got its own kind of oil and fat, but a little bit right here is also nice. So there you have it. Simple, easy, delicious, healthy, and so easy to do. And it's just easy to put together a couple of items, and it looks fantastic. It's fresh. If you make it, I'd love to hear from you. My email is irena@irenarealtygroup.com. If you do some other combination, I'd love to hear too, but try this first. I think you're gonna really, really enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching.